What is Literature by Abby Wilson. Today we're going to talk about the milestones in the history of children's literature, research-based practices for teaching children's literature, the importance of literature, and the issues surrounding contemporary literature. A childhood without books, that would be no childhood. That would be like being shut out from an enchanted place where you can go to find the rarest kind of joy. Milestones in the history of children's literature. Children and adult literature were the same thing during the time of storytelling. Stories were delivered orally and were eventually used as a tool to teach lessons. As time progressed and literature was written, the cost of books ran high. Roman Catholic Church ruled society, and so as religious tales were most popular. Religious and non-religious stories still followed the same plots for adults and children, but different versions have been developed. During the Renaissance era, the movable typewriter printing press was invented and allowed for easier printing of books. Still, most printed children's books were textbooks or books for young men that taught manners. The Puritans believed that the Bible and education should be available to all. They published the first picture book. Following this, The Tales of Mother Goose by Perrault was published, beginning the new theme in the 18th and 19th centuries, where children's books were written for entertainment for children. Research-based practices in teaching children's literature. Today we're going to talk about focusing on vocabulary, partner reading, audio-assisted reading, and questioning the author. Focus on vocabulary. Provide vocabulary terms specific to the text. Vocabulary terms are easily learned by using technology or through engaging activities, such as word maps. Make learning new words a part of your daily classroom routine. Students with a larger vocabulary excel more easily in the area of comprehension. Partner reading. This is a cooperative learning strategy used to encourage peer feedback and encourage comprehension skills. Teachers can perform informal assessments by observing students and then offer immediate feedback. How to implement partner reading in your classroom. Introduce assigned reading to students. Pair students accordingly so that they can use their skills to sharpen their peers. Allow students to take turns being the coach and the player, and instruct the stronger reader to be the player and read out loud first. After 5 minutes of reading, switch roles and allow the coach to give feedback. Audio-assisted reading. This is a strategy that can be used in group settings or independently, exposing students to a fluent reader. Using this technique, eventually students will gain the confidence necessary to read independently. To utilize audio-assisted reading in your classroom, you'll need iPads or an audio recorder and digital or printed copies of the literature. How to use audio-assisted reading in your classroom. Select a passage slightly above reading level. Encourage students to listen to the audio while following along. Encourage students to read out loud with the audio recording. Instruct students to read out loud without the audio recording. And repeat these practices as time allows or as their confidence is gained. Question the author. Questioning the author can be an engaging whole class activity that requires active listening. It also allows students to build questioning skills. Students may develop questions that never crossed their mind before considering questioning the author. Some example questions are asking, what is the message? Does the message relate to the story? Students also learn to feel empowered to form an opinion on the author's writing by critiquing. Importance of literature. Literature can be used to enhance other areas of study such as math and science. Perry suggests activities such as reader's theater, poetry, and storytelling can be manipulated to be beneficial in the subjects of math and science. Literature is used to teach reflection, and when students can reflect inwardly, they develop skills to build healthy relationships. Literature can be used to open the minds and the eyes of students to different cultures. Multicultural literature written from the authors of different ethnicities represent an inclusive and inviting environment for all. Students will find motivation when viewing themselves in the curriculum. Search for literature that mirror your students and the lives of our diverse society. Issues of contemporary literacy. To flourish as an adult today, one must have advanced literacy skills that allow one to access the knowledge available in the world and use it to navigate issues, learn, and collect and understand data. Two issues I want to highlight today of contemporary literacy are children are underprepared for the 21st century literacy expectations, and the differences between children from privileged homes versus disadvantaged homes are unequal and should be minimized. Bottom line is that social and political challenges are requiring more advanced skills. References.